Drag that sucker to the graveyard. What are you actually doing with these? What's happening? It's Uncle Jake. We're up here in beautiful upstate Idaho at an undisclosed location, except we're also over at Dr. Torque's.
Undisclosed location where we're at quite often.
Yeah, that's right.
It's still there.
We are at the layout. As I said to Uncle Jake, I shall be your host today. And over here, we have not only Dr. Torque, but we have something very interesting behind him. Something that this man has claimed to not own. Something that he claims he would never own. But it's in his driveway. Are the rumors true, Dr. Torque? Is this a Ford in your driveway? And do you own this?
Legally, I guess my name is on the title, but my wife says also, and this is her car.
Does that count? Or is it still his? I don't know. But let's talk about what we're doing today on this baby. And then we'll talk about what actually this is, because this is not your average Mustang right here. There has been some serious modifications to this. But I see some parts on the ground here. These look suspiciously like springs. So, what are we doing today on this?
This car still has the original leaf springs on it, which are a little squishy.
Squishy.
So when you put some weight in it, sometimes with the modifications I've made, the rear tires rub on the wheel wells. And so we're going to replace them with
probably not
newer
good.
springs.
So, same ride height?
I hope so.
But, well, we'll have to measure. We'll have to measure that out. Well, let's talk about this car because, again, this isn't, you mentioned modifications. So, where do you even start with the work you've done on this? I mean.
And this particular one is 68. It had a 6-cylinder in it originally. And
6-cylinder.
The engine was bad. And so I actually found a 1990 Mustang that had been in a wreck, but the engine and transmission were good.
Oh, so, donor car.
Yeah, donor car. So I pulled the engine and transmission and electronics and whatnot out of the 90 Mustang. And over a period of about a year and a half, I swapped that stuff over and put it in the 68. I put a Ford 9-inch in the rear for the rear end. It's got an automatic overdrive transmission from the 90 Mustang and then the engine from the 90 Mustang.
Whoa, that's cool.
And of course, it's got coil over front suspension on it because regular coil springs are dangerous and stupid. And so those are all the things I've done to it.
Oh, the reveal. Look at that.
She needs to clean it.
Well, you know, it's that time of year. Ooh, man, that's cool. So
it's got a fuel injected 302 or a 5.0 as Vanilla Ice referred to them back then.
Wait a minute. Vanilla Ice? What was Vanilla Ice referring to?
He said something about rolling down the street and it's 5.0.
Oh, that's right.
Like that. He was talking about a Ford Mustang.
That's right. That's what he was talking about. I love it. Okay, let's take a little look here. I mean, that definitely looks very, very cool. Retro. Spinny.
And then I put some different braces on that are adjustable. But
because this sucker probably got some little bit of twist to it now.
More than it did with the 6-cylinder, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah.
How much horse was the 6-cylinder? Do you know?
I don't know. 3. With the condition it was in, it had 2 dead cylinders, so it ran, but not well.
Not 300. Threes. And so, what does this one have? Do you think?
Don't know. It's not my car. I don't memorize those things.
It's a lot of denial. Okay, so on the Mustang, as you like to say, the Mustang.
It's the Mustang.
The Mustang. But on the Mustang, so let's see. What is our first step here? You got, oh, look at this. Green jack. Because this guy likes green. There's another Dodge out there. 2 of them.
That's actually a Ram. That's not a Dodge.
Oh, you're right. Well, I still think it's
Chrysler products.
Chrysler.
You know, after making Dodge trucks for 100 years or so, you know, it's hard to get used to not saying that anymore.
Yeah. I'm gonna still say it.
But yes, a Ram and a Jeep.
A Ram and a Jeep.
And a Challenger and a Dart.
A Ram, a Jeep, and a Challenger, Dart.
And a Mustang.
And a Mustang. So, I guess we just...
Jack it up, put it on jack stands, and start tearing things apart.
Sweet, man. Well, let's go for it, huh?
I might quickly be rushing to get some jack stands in place, but...
Maybe. So, step 2 is not just only supporting the car with jack stands, safety first, but also we're going to be removing these, so that means this will need some support. So we got a jack under here, and we got a jack stand right there. So that's step 2, basically.
And there might be more jack stands coming to hold the axle tubes, but we'll find out at the time.
Yeah. So, step 3. What's step 3?
Get up from the ground again. Probably the next step will be to take out the U-bolts, unhook the U-bolts here that actually tie the rear end to the springs. I think I'll do that next. What the heck?
Step 3.
Okay.
Sweet. Step 2 done.
Well,
Step 3. That's step 3.
Okay.
Well, that's step 4. Tappity tap. Use the tools that you have on hand. Beautiful. It's loose. Loose as a goose.
Juice is loose?
The juice is probably loose. So I just looked over and his eyes were closed. And when asked why his eyes are closed, he said he was so, his brain didn't know he was working on a Ford. He's in his happy place right now.
Motors.
You didn't see it, but this right here is how Dr. Torque got his name. Look at this, not 1, but 2 broken bolts.
Bolts ain't gonna tell me what to do.
I'm mostly impressed that these are also broken. Watch yourself.
Bounced off my shoulder.
Bounced off the shoulder. About the same width too. Look at that. Very impressive.
Oh yeah, I'm consistent.
So those came off quicker. That was the whole idea, right?
Oh yeah. Well, once one breaks, you might as well break the other one.
Might as well break the other.
Because the whole part is ruined.
That's it. Dr. Torque right there. And the snap.
Oh, there's 2 reasons I'm Dr. Torque. One is that I break things because I apply, torque when they don't want to turn. And the other is I used to tighten things so tightly, my friend would get mad when he tried to loosen them because they were tighter than necessary.
Oh, you don't know this, but 2 days ago, the Raptor decided that I was driving it too slow. Is the consensus. Too slow, 30 miles an hour. It's like, what are you doing? I'll show you. And it broke a rocker completely in half. Like, just split it up the middle. Oh, put a picture in the video here. It was nuts. And nobody's ever seen it.
Put it right here, Joel. No, put it right here. Put it right there. No, over here.
That's right. Put it somewhere, dude. All right. On to the next one. This is actually the second side because we learned a couple things. We learned that we learned that the sun in your eyes is a pain. That plug, see that plastic plug right there? Right there, where he's at right there? We learned that you have to take that off to get to the back side of that bolt, which is different from these up here where one side is, what do you call this? Not a plug,
Staked. It's a
staked, so it doesn't spin. The bolt doesn't spin. The nut doesn't, no. The bolt doesn't spin. Neither one of them, because you broke them off. But down here on this side, this end is not like that. Why do you suppose that is? Is that just because it's a bigger one or something?
I don't know. I guess it's in case you break it, you can easily replace it.
That makes sense, maybe, I guess. Unlike the top part.
But when you don't know and you think that that plastic thing is like a staked end,
yeah, you
just spin it and spin it and spin it. You're like, what's going on?
At first, you're like, yes, this is coming off easy.
But you're just spinning the bolt.
But you're just spinning it. Even, yeah, you thought the PB was as awesome as it normally is, but it turns out that wasn't the case. Oh, it's loose on both ends. And she's out.
Take that, Ford.
Take that, Ford.
You will not defeat me.
You will not. So now the next step would be just going to get the next part. All right, so we have a little situation. We need to get new bushings, which are these
Shackles.
Shackles is what I said. Mm-hmm. Shackles, because these are a little worn out, as you can see. So the problem is we can't get them right now. So we're gonna put it back together a little bit so we can take out some of the things here, like we don't leave the jacks and things sitting outside and that type of stuff. And then we'll get the parts and we'll come back and then we'll finish it. We'll be back. What's happening? It's the day after the next day, after the next day, after the next day?
It's like 5 days.
5 days. But hey, it's a good day because today we got parts. Finish up what we're working on. Because you remember, Dr. Torque was demonstrating how he got his name. Because, oh wait, no, he was actually loosening something this time, so it wasn't even really his fault. But
yeah, not my fault. I was a victim.
But totally, but it still fits the name. Normally it's for over tagging. However, what have we got today? Look at these. These are like that's not thicker there, is it?
Not that I'm aware of, but it is different bushings. So I guess it's possible that these are larger diameter, but I doubt it.
Well, certainly thicker, like you said, thicker plate here.
Yeah, the plates are thicker for sure than the stock ones.
Yeah. It's been so long. I don't remember what we were doing. Not really. I remember what we were doing. But the spring's under there, right?
Yeah, it's laying there. I had it half assembled and I had to pull it back apart because it was with a broken one.
That's right.
And so it's apart again. And so now it's time to start putting it back together.
It's time to get to work.
I already did the other side because I was waiting for Jake.
He's waiting for me. Here I am. Let's do it. All right.
That would have been good to have on video.
That would have been great to have on video. He was making fun of me, and then he hit his head. And I thought that was perfect. So we're moving to the other end of this piece of spaghetti. Wow, man, you nailed that.
I'm a professional.
No, you are a fearless intermediate.
Oh yeah, intermediate.
Professionals get paid. Let's see what we see under here.
My head hurts a little bit.
It's been laying on the concrete?
No, I just hit it against that brake pin.
Oh. That's why.
Right here.
Not so much here or here.
Yeah, here or here. Right here.
That was perfect. And he got the reference. That was good. Do you know what the reference was? Speak to us in the comments if you know what awesome movie that was. It was fantastic. It's one of the best movies, especially for sales professionals, in the history of the world.
Okay, well, it's bolted in and not tight.
Bolted in but not tight. Pretty much ready to roll. Shock.
Can you jack the jack up slightly?
Oh, you know it. I have lots of practice with the Raptor.
Can you lower the jack down slightly?
Oh, lower it?
That's what I meant to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I want to lay this on this. I want the axle to lay on the
all right.
spring.
Hold on. Hold the blade jack stand.
There. All done.
All done. That's all you need. And I don't really think you need two of those U-bolts. I think that's redundant.
One enough?
One and done.
Okay.
So now,
It's like 95 degrees and feels kind of good to lay down, but it's still really warm.
yeah, it's a mix. That's going way up.
It is going way up.
Wow.
Okay, stop. Hang on.
Now, a simple tighty tight.
Snap!
Yeah. No snap. We'll be waiting for parts again. You didn't do your hair. You weren't prepared. But you only do one take because you're a professional. Okay. This side, we have a bush. Preferable place to sit while you're installing the lug nuts on your Mustang.
Whose Mustang?
This man's Mustang.
No.
Lug nuts. Easy, easy, easy. That goes down a lot. I would say we call this one a success.
Any project that doesn't kill you is a success, right?
Well, I guess part of it is a success at least. Listen, I'm going to call that a clear success, a clear win. It's also very hot. So we're going to go in and get something cool to drink after this. I hope you do too. To our community, thank you so much. All the Mischief Mafia. We appreciate you hanging out. The comments, the likes. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you haven't subscribed, why not give it a try? Maybe it'll change your life. And if you like hanging out with the Fearless Intermediates, we don't claim to be professionals because we don't get paid. So that's the highest level we can come up with.
You know, if one of you wants to send us money,
You absolutely
we'd be
can.
officially professionals.
We then we would be professionals. So we're going to take you out like we always do. We love you. Have a great rest of the day. It's a fist bump of friendship. Whoop-ow! That's a good shot right there. That's the thumbnail. Right there.
It's free from that. Time for a nap.
What do you need?
With the,
Yes.
I should be watching this.
Oh, this one is creaking.
Oh, hey, I'm holding it the wrong way. No wonder I couldn't see what I was seeing.
That would be
It's
some
like,
good footage.
oh, this is me concentrating.
Those are
nuts.
those goggles are just a fashion statement.